playing like we're in a stadium.
Yeah, by the way, I'm very spoiled. I'll only go to shows in this studio. I don't like going with a bunch of people.
And the good news is we will come.
Yes, I like it. Yeah, it's perfect. Robert, your son
Finally, we get to see something good.
Yeah, and what is he, like 11 years old?
We're going to have to get off the fucking exit.
He's 12. Is he any good?
He's amazing. Definitely.
Yeah? Have you played with him? Has he jammed with the band?
He can play Metallica songs.
He can.
Yeah. He jams with James, actually, when we're on tour, and I'll hear James jamming a song.
Super inspirational watching this little kid. He's got the bug. I mean,
wow.
He is in it.
You gotta have the bug, right? Like when you were when did you pick up your first guitar? How old were you?
It took, it was probably around the same age, 12, 13.
And when you get the bug, you just play every fucking minute, right?
You hole up and you just,
oh wow,
there's no obsessive part to it, but you just want to get good.
And when you say get good,
it's not work at all.
And part of getting good is listening to other records.
Yes.
Part of getting good is finding other musicians who can teach you shit, right? I mean, that's part of it. That's the case.
Jamming with other people, and that's something that Ty, his son, has totally gotten into. Because, yeah, you could sit in your room and be the next wizard guitar player, but until you know how to interact with other people and learn from other people playing, you kind of, you get stale. You get in your own thing.
Yeah, to me, watching you guys like an orchestra, you know, it's funny. At 12, I got the bug, but for masturbation, it wasn't. It didn't work out well for me.
You weren't alone, I don't think.
But at least you had a guitar in your other hand.
You know how the down picking got so fast.
You know what I used to do? I used to bring the guitar in the bathroom with me.
Because it sounded better, right?
Well, it's because I used to read in the bathroom, but then I decided, well, I could just be playing guitar instead of reading in the bathroom.
I mean, but it really does require tremendous concentration.
That's a shit.
You got to be dedicated, very committed.
I think people who are good at guitar are good at cameras. Am I wrong about this?
Absolutely. I flunked
algebra twice.
Really? You did flunk it?
I flunked it twice.
Do you know how to read music?
I can read music.
Yeah. But that's not
how it's inspired all the way.
You don't have to know how to read music.
What's really important is having an ear for pitch and keys and just having your technique down in general is important. One funny thing that happens to us a lot, especially with the older records, is that we would write all these crazy songs that just felt natural and cool to us, and then people would come and like transcribe them from music books and stuff like that, and you'd get asked in interviews, do you know in that part where you play 9/4 over this and that, and I'm just sitting there looking like, what language are you speaking to? Right? Like, how would you come up with that? It's like, we just feel it.
Am I a musician or not? I mean,
yeah, it is, man. It's like trying to figure something out. Figuring it out. You can't figure it out.
But I don't understand something, Lars. How do you put together the set list before any live Metallica show? You do that 30 minutes before you guys go on. I don't with songs this involved and there's so much to sort of figure out. How can you do that? Like,
we have about, on the last tour, the Death Magnetic tour, that we played about 200 shows. We started getting into a group. We had about 50 or 60 songs that we could play more or less moment's notice. So we have a room backstage, not unlike this setup here, called the tuning room.
Yes.
And we'll put the set list together, and then we'll meet about 30-40 minutes before we go on stage, and then we'll kind of warm up on some song that we may have not played for like a month or two, and just run it once, and then we can play it.
You guys just did something called what, the Global Citizen Show or something? It was
on Saturday.
A charity thing. Now, when Rihanna shows up late and throws off the entire
that's what my sister went
flow
to,
of
the Global Citizen Show.
What do we think about that? That's you guys are professionals. You show up on time, right? You never one of those bands that show up
early.
Yeah, you do, right?
We're always show at least 3 to 4 hours before we go on, just because we have a pre-show ritual. We can eat, we can just loosen up, then we warm up.
You take it serious.
Time.
What do you make of Rihanna? Do you get super critical? Do you pull her aside and say, what the fuck are you doing? We're all here, you gotta honor us all.
Everyone's different. Everyone has a different pre-show ritual. Maybe hers
is being late.
Being late.
But don't you guys get annoyed? I mean, you guys have busy lives. I mean, you're very successful. In a way, it is disrespectful, isn't it, to you? I mean, you guys are legends, and no one could. A young kid can't come out.
It's also part of, why we're still somewhat functioning is that we 35 years into it, we've found a way to figure out how far can we push each other buttons, how do we respect each other, showing up on time, doing everything, you know, it's like it's just part of functioning in a collective.
Yeah,
and you have to do that stuff.
Yeah, there's plenty of people that can tell her, hey, you're late. You know, I mean, she's got.
But you get annoyed, don't you? Because you want to get on and get out of there, right?
It didn't affect us.
It didn't.
We went on early, and I was watching Brian Wilson by then.
Do you guys, when you do a show like that, do you stay and watch other artists, or are you just like, oh, I gotta get out?
Depends.
Yeah. Right.
I actually saw about 15 minutes of her. I'm not too familiar with her stuff. I thought it was really good.
Yeah.
It was much more musical than I expected. She had a great band behind her and a really cool guitar player. It was really cool.
Doesn't it blow your mind that these artists today who don't even use a band, they have a backing track, and they're doubling their vocals, and doesn't it blow your mind?
That's cheating.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Is it okay to cheat?
It's acting.
It is in a way, right? The dance routines and all that stuff. But I don't feel like there's a live presence there.
There's a real loss of integrity there, from what I see.
I get that they have to dance if they're out of breath and all that stuff.
Right.
You know, I guess we don't dance so.
James, are you ever considering taking Metallica to a dance motif where you would perhaps maybe make a few more? Well, you know, you look like a Mick Jagger and stuff. That was important. Like he was influenced by James Brown and that. But you wanted none of that bullshit, right? You weren't going to dance around to please the crowd.
No, we're not clowns.
No.
The music moves us. That's what it does.
The new album is called Hardwired to Self-Destruct. It's available everywhere November 18th. The song you guys are going to perform, let's talk about that. First of all, there's 12 new songs, right, on this album? And this is your first studio album since 2008.
Done Magnetic,
yeah. And it took you 2 years to put this thing together. It's no easy feat.
Yeah, I mean it's a different process than it used to be, because back in the day we used to write songs and record them without doing anything else.
Right.
Now we'll write some songs, we'll go play a few festivals, we'll do some important stuff with our families or whatever. We'll come back and work 2 weeks in the studio and then go do something else. So we have a very different process now. I would say that this new record, we probably spent less total time on it than on some of the earlier records. It's just spread out over a longer period.
Yeah, because you guys have lives now.
This is the first record we recorded start to finish all at home in Northern California, so we could be with our families the whole time.
Are you going to be able to perform this without mistakes? This is a new song. Are you really prepared for this?
We'll see.
Could this be an embarrassment? Have we rehearsed?
Yeah, we've rehearsed, but you know,
We rehearsed it too.
hey, we're up for an embarrassment.
How many times have you performed this particular song live?
Once.
One time.
Yeah, we opened the new Viking Stadium up in Minneapolis a month ago.
And you played it. How many times did you rehearse this song before you played it the first time?
Well, first, the date, that was on a Saturday, so we all met on that Monday, so 5 days before we met in the rehearsal room to rehearse it. And when we met to rehearse it, we never played it together as a band.
Oh, wow. That's ballsy. Boys, I don't want to say anything that's going to fuck you up, but don't fuck this up. I mean, there's a lot of people.
No pressure.
No pressure. Fuck it up, we'll just stop and start over.
All right, so
It's just the 10 of us, right?
anything we want to say about this song? I mean, do we want to tell everyone what's happening? Everyone in the same tuning. Have we checked that? Good.
This was the last song that we wrote for the new album. We had the whole record pretty much done, and then we decided in May or June, that we needed a short, fast opener for the new album.
Right.
And James and I put this together in about a week.
That's fast.
2 months ago. Yeah.
No kidding.
It's fresh.
So the album was done, and you said we need something. There's something missing. This is the song that was missing.
Yeah, the opening, boom, in your face.
All right, let's try this, boys. All right. What happened? Who screwed up? Oh.
That guy just...
I told you, you're not ready.
It's the monitor guy.
Yeah, okay.
The monitor guy gets on
All right, boys, try it again. get some of those pancakes.
Oh my God!
What are those things called again? Oh my God, Lars, that's boys. Jeez.
Yeah.
No mistakes that I
That's a
heard.
present for you.
What do you got?
He's got a note cake for you.
Give me that pancake, man. They're cold. Give me a break. Wow. Awesome.
We're just boys in men's bodies. You know?
Isn't that something? Yeah, you guys are all in good shape. Do your kids think you're like the coolest, or do they? Like, if I was in Metallica, are you like? Do the kids think you're a douchebag?
Stupid.
Really?
That's so dumb. Dad, you embarrass me. All that fun stuff. Yeah.
Really?
You're an embarrassing dad.
Oh, totally.
I would think like you show up and it's like.
Listen, Dad, you're socially retarded.
What embarrasses your kids about you?
I'll tell you something.
Yeah.
Before coming to New York a week ago, so my oldest son just went to college up at Berkeley School of Music up in Boston.
Yeah.
So I go visit him a week ago, and we're kind of hanging out, and I went to
Lars can pass out of the
Lars, how are we going to get through a whole show? How is Lars going to get through a whole show?
Right now.
Give him more pancakes.
So I was with him. I went and picked him up last year up there. There was like a summer program.
Right.
And I walked in, and it's a school of music, and I think he had never seen me in that role before, where all these people kind of jumped on me.
Right.
So when I went up there last week, he was like, "Dad, can we not walk around campus together?"
In other words, it wasn't a good experience to see you as the drummer of Metallica.
For him, yeah.
Yeah.
I felt a little like I was embarrassing them, so I kept a low profile up there for 2 days.
You know, in a way, that's the hardest thing about having fame and being a parent, because you can, you know, as much of the spotlight as you guys get, that as a performer, that's in you. You want the spotlight, and you got to put that aside for your kids, right? You have to learn somehow how to make them the star, yeah?
Yeah, they do. You know, inadvertently, they get the spotlight too on them a little bit, and it's tough for them when they don't want it. But they, you know, they have the radar. They can tell. It's like, hey, the guy's trying to take a picture of us. You know?
Right.
And what are you going to do? You teach them that, hey, some people think they know you, or think they want something. They want something from you. You don't have to do any of that stuff, and you got your own life. And you know, I could totally. You know, I could relate to Lars's boy that he wants his own life.
Yeah.
He wants his own thing, and actually Lars, you know, coming from, you know, his dad's a tennis star, and he's done his own thing in a totally different way, which I think is great.
Well, it's true. Yeah, you go up to college and you make it about you, and all the kids are flocking to you. It's going to just fuck your kid up, right?
Yeah, those were cool. We found a good balance, but he was a little. The first day was a little. He was just kind of feeling it. By the time I left 2 days later, it was all fun.
What will Metallica be doing tonight? Like, okay, you came. When did you come into New York? Like
I came 5-6 days ago.
5 or 6 days ago. What have you been doing? Promotion for the album, this kind of thing?
Sound sessions,
Shot a video.
All that kind of stuff. You shot a video?
Yeah.
Okay.
Video.
And then like tonight, is Metallica going to get together and watch the debates? Is that going to be on Metallica's radar, or are they going to just say, hey, fuck you?
That's
debate?
tonight?
That's tonight. Oh, you guys.
I'm gonna watch the debates.
Lars is going to watch. Is Lars the only one? Does everyone vote in the band? You guys go to the polls and everything? Have you made
Definitely vote.
Have you made up your minds yet?
Who's the third option?
What happened to the writing vote? That's what I want to.
You can do a
You
writing.
still can do that.
Don't ask me how.
You know, someone should campaign on the write-in vote.
Is Lars legally allowed to vote? I mean, aren't you from some other world? Or?
He's from another planet.
From another world. I cannot vote in this country now.
So you boys will be doing the mundane tonight, right?
Yeah, we've got a full day tomorrow. We've got a show down at Webster Hall, and we've got interviews and the whole thing. So today we're going to lay low. Busy time. Richard, look at you sitting there. I let Richard watch.
Yeah,
Because
you're right.
you know, he literally was going to blow a guy to watch you.
You called that.
Don't tell them that.
Yeah, he was going to look at Gary's penis to watch it. So, did you have a good time?
This is insane. I mean, I'm probably going to cry because I remember walking the halls of Uniontown High School in Uniontown, Kansas, listening to Master of Puppets when it came out. And you guys' music means so freaking much to me. Thank you so much.
I had to let him sit in. I know he's freaking you out because he looks like a